Alright, so let me just start the car up. Today we're gonna clean my engine and my engine bay. But my car's misfiring and everything, so I gotta figure that out also. That's weird. It misfires on low RPM. Like below 3,000 RPM. So let's go see. Yeah, it still runs and everything. It's below 3,000 RPM. It starts bogging, and it feels like it's running right now on 3 cylinders. So what I'm doing now is warming up the engine. And I'm gonna spray the degreaser on it. Try to avoid the distributor, alternator. The battery is like whatever. Like anything that has to go inside the motor, don't really spray that. Make sure if there's holes, cover it up. But yeah, we're gonna spray it down with the greaser. I got 3 different ones. I got Awesome. I got this greasing lightning. That one works. Alright, so yeah, these are the 3. Clorox, Anywhere, the degreaser, and Awesome. So yeah, I'm just trying to clean up everything because everything's so dirty. I want to run through all the wires and see, make sure there's no wires that are cut and all that. But I just want to clean everything up first, and then we'll go from there. But most likely I think it's my main relay that's messing up, because at one point the car didn't want to start at all. It didn't start for like the whole day, or maybe like 2 days straight. And I just let it sit, and then eventually it just started again. So I'm guessing it might be the main relay, like cutting short. Or I have a check engine light for, I think it's 43, so fuel supply. But my gas cap is leaking, so I gotta replace the gas cap. I'm gonna take out the spark plugs, check the spark plugs, make sure they're not too bad. The car does leak water inside through the ECU side, so it could be that. But overall, I drive it every day. I just want to make sure it's okay for keep driving, because I drive like 200 miles a day for work. So let's get to cleaning. You're gonna spray it and then let it sit, and then wash it off. Yeah, that's a cheap distributor. It's aftermarket and it makes a lot of noise. And I think the heat shield is like battering too. This car needs a lot of work. Use it as a daily driver. I really want to finish the sedan, but I'll show you guys that later. So I'm warming it up some more. The engine will be a little warm when I spray the degreaser. It'll work better that way. Start off with that Awesome. Try not to get it on your paint, because it's gonna really kind of damage your paint. And any sticker that you don't want to get messed up, don't spray it on that. My valve cover is all messed up, so I don't really care. I'm probably gonna spray the Awesome. After that, I'm gonna wash it down, see how the Awesome did. If not, then I'm gonna use this, the greasing lightning. So you can see I got rat shit over there still. So I'm pretty sure some of the wires are probably cut from having rats from the previous owner. So I sprayed it down. I don't have a good tip for my water hose, so just made it like squeeze it to make pressure. But if you have a pressure washer, even better. Didn't seem like it really cleaned much. Only that part, yeah. So his engine is really dirty, so it's best to use a scrub if you want. But overall, I'm gonna spray some more degreaser and let it sit, let it concentrate, and come out by itself. And I'm gonna probably repaint this valve cover soon. Alright, you see all this overspray right here from the paint? What I did was a little helper right here. I just used this microfiber cloth and then just scrubbed it off. But it'll come off slowly, but just little details when you do it. So right now I sprayed the greasing lightning or whatever it is and let it sit. Because Awesome didn't really do much. Usually Awesome's pretty strong, but I don't know. I guess I gotta scrub it. It's too lazy to scrub it. So best results, you just want to scrub everything with a brush or whatever you want. Okay. Just want it cleaner so when I work on it, it's easier and I'm able to see things instead of having it all like black and dirty. So I'm gonna try to rinse it off again. Let's see. So rinse it off again. It looks a little better, but yeah, like I said, you gotta scrub it. And right now, I'm probably get the brush and start scrubbing it. Because I'm gonna just pull out the main relay and then check if it's really bad, because I have another main relay to replace it with. But it said it also could be my O2 sensor causing that. And I'll pull out the spark plugs. So I sprayed some Awesome on it and left it for a little bit and rinsed it off. It's getting there, but I mean, yeah, I just gotta scrub it, but I'm just lazy. And this car has like build-up, like years and years of build-up. The engine's been replaced, but when he put it in, he didn't really like clean it. So probably sooner or later, when I have another car to drive for work, I'm gonna pull this out, clean up the engine bay and everything, paint it, tuck it, paint the engine. For now, I'm gonna try to figure out the problem. Alright, so I'm starting it up now. Let all the water dry off. I gotta let it warm up for it to do that misfiring problem, because it doesn't really do it when it's cold. I gotta figure out which cylinder it's coming from, and if it's the fuel or the spark plug. Alright, so I'm pull out the spark plugs. You can see it's kind of wet with oil, kind of moisture, and it's been like that before I even washed the engine. So this one's dried. Let's see, dried. This one's dried. So it looks like maybe the valve cover gasket is leaking on this side, like the little grommets. Take this out, reorganize this shit. So start pulling out the spark plugs. So as you can see, when I take this out, the spark plug's like super wet, and that's most likely the misfire. But let's check the other ones. Yeah, if you guys don't have a magnet or anything to take the spark plug out, use your spark plug wire, and boom. This one's wet too. Hey, don't tell me I have a bad head gasket, because it shouldn't be that wet. All of them are wet. Maybe my injectors are... No, it can't be. It'll be overflowing if my injectors were clogged. But this, it looks like it's clean. It looks like it's clean. But yeah, if you guys don't have a magnet or anything to take the spark plug out, use your spark plug wire, and boom. This one's wet too. Everything seems like really wet. I don't know when's the last time it was changed, but he said he did replace his motor as a B20. So I'm probably dry it off. Probably get some carb cleaner, clean them off. Let them dry, and then, or maybe just go buy a new set of spark plugs, which is probably what I'm gonna do. Alright, so we're gonna try this compression tester. I thought I lost this, but I found it. So spark, when the pistons are kind of wet with whatever that is. I think it's, you see, it's probably oil or water. So if I had a bad head gasket, then fuck me. Alright, so when you're doing a compression test, you remove your spark plugs. You're gonna have to unplug your distributor. So, because when you crank the car, you crank it like 5 times, and then you get a reading. And you get all the readings, and they shouldn't be more than like 15 psi apart, or 20 psi. So let's get to it. Keep going. There. So that's 210 or above 210, which is good. Alright, so cylinder 2. Go ahead, mama. Don't let it go. See, so that's it, mama. No more. Stop, no more. Alright, so cylinder number 3, same thing. They're all close. Let's see the last one. Okay, go. Any day now. Alright, stop. Alright, see, so they're all good. All in the 210 range. And they're all close. So the compression's good. Could just be the spark plugs, or the distributor, or the fuel injectors, or a lot of shit. So I heard some people say that their fuel pressure regulator can cause that too, that misfire. Because it does seem like it's starving for fuel. You know, there's overspray on the car. I did the white part, but there's a lot of black overspray on this window. So I'm cleaning it up with this razor. Just scrape it slowly. Bird shit. Make sure you have it at an angle. And bam, look how clean that is. So now I'm gonna try to get to the main relay. Since the compression is good, I'm gonna replace the spark plugs. Hope that maybe fixes the problem. If not, main relay. People, I know main relay might not sound like it, but you never know. Back from the auto parts store. Spark plugs. I was working on that van earlier. Same problem, misfire cylinder number 1, which happened to be the coil. But I changed the spark plugs anyways because they're due. And I had an extra coil, and we tried it on, and boom. But yeah, it works now. He just had to buy a OEM brand new coil pack. So yeah, these NGKs are gonna go back on to this, and hopefully that fixes my misfire. I know it's getting dark, but yeah. Alright, so spark plugs are in, tightening, wires, distributor's plugged back. Fuck, let's try to start it. Still misfiring. Fuck, the seatbelt shit is annoying. So RPM's at 1,000 right now. Still misfiring here and there, but I forgot to replace my gas cap. Let's replace it. Got this cheap Motor Rat gas cap. As you can see, this one right here, see that crack in the rubber? It's almost like the same thing, but this one's not ripped like this one is. And sorry, my battery's dying, so my flash doesn't work. What the hell? Doesn't even turn. Nope. Probably gotta return this shit, because it doesn't go all the way in. Alright, so I got it to fit, but it's on pretty tight. Alright, so it's okay right now, but yeah, my Chinese giving another code because it's a bullshit, like it's a shitty train. See, the ECU is giving out codes, but not for the fuel. It's code 6 for, I think I don't have the fan switch on. The fan's running direct, so yeah, that's normal. But yeah, there's no fuel. Number 43. Now I just gotta figure out what my tranny is giving out of. What my tranny's giving out.